Weekend nights, the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. CTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. CTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. We are live from Millions and Millions Café. We are live here each and every Friday night. So come on down and enjoy the show. What is going on? We have some Bengals news. I'm going to bring in Neil here. He can bring in the newest news here. Go ahead, Neil. What do you got?
Yeah, so obviously big news for the Bengals this week. Jermaine Burton, the rookie third-round draft pick from Georgia, Alabama, will not be playing this Saturday, tomorrow versus Pittsburgh. He did not make the trip with Pittsburgh. It's still kind of up in the air about the whole situation going on there, but obviously not a good start for the rookie, talented wide receiver out of Georgia, Alabama, whichever school he considers from nowadays. The transfer portal's wild, but it's significant. Cincinnati took a big risk there, third-round draft pick, but a guy with first-round talent, but just has to find a way to get together.
Done too much dumb crap, sounds like, and Zach has called him on it. So,
and in a must-win situation, you would like to have a guy who can impact the game out there, but has not been able to really find his stride yet.
So let's bring in the other joker in the show. He's Joe Schmo. What's going on, Joe? How are you, sir?
Happy New Year's, gents.
Happy New Year's to you, too.
Happy New Year's.
Worrying about Jermaine Burton in a huge impact game. He's had an impact in 1 out of 16 games so far, so it's an indictment on him. It's not going to hurt the team at all.
It's just
let's be clear. It's disappointing.
It's disappointing.
It's a draft pick lit on fire. Another one, Duke Tobin, is absolutely lit on fire. And
it just sucks that the season's on the line and he can't keep his stuff together.
Yeah,
because I mean he could make an impact. He could. I don't know, but he's not going to now because he's not here. He's not going to play.
I'd be happy if this is the last time he ever wears a Bengals jersey. You do this twice. You have these red flags.
He's not wearing one, though.
You have these red flags coming in. Like, this is why you fell to the third round, because of just discipline. And it's not even like he's doing anything lawless. He's an idiot. He's a jackass.
Right.
And when you get drafted the biggest day of your night or of your life, and your former coach who's on the panel, like Nick Saban, had the comments that he had about him, like,
which weren't very nice.
Exactly. Like, they weren't complimentary. You'd think like that's you're under. You get to play behind Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, two of the most never mind talent. Just consummate professionals. These are guys that absolutely work their ass off. Like they are.
I mean, I met Jermaine. He's a nice kid. I met him at Bengals now. He was great. He stayed there and signed everybody's autograph. I mean, it's just immaturity. It sounds like
coming off the weekend too, where the Hard Knocks just filmed everything. I mean, he picked T up after the fumble and was like, "Hey, you're going to go score a game-winning touchdown. You could still change this game around." And what happened? He kind of spoke it into the future there. Higgins scores a game-winning touchdown. And I mean, you want to see that from a rookie to be there to hype those veteran guys up, but something's going on behind the scenes, and you got to get it figured out because the NFL is no joke.
Exactly.
It's no joke.
Yeah.
And this is, I mean, T. Higgins is possibly gone this year.
Right, and
There's
that's
a
the reason
huge
they
spot
took a
open.
chance.
There's a
Yeah.
huge
That's the
place.
reason they took a chance on him.
Exactly, and it blew up in their faces. Jalen McMillan went a couple picks later. There's always interior offensive linemen that are available at that point in the third round. But no, they picked the trouble child because it's a bargain, and that's what Duke
Yeah.
Tobin does. We bargain shop.
Yeah, well, I mean, to defend Duke, he hasn't done as much as he used to do, but he did do it. And look, I've said this multiple times when the Bengals were struggling during the season that I wouldn't blame Zach. I blame Duke in the construction of this roster and the holes that are in, especially defensively. So yes, it is a Duke Tobin issue, I think.
Well, yeah, and that's, I mean, as is the problem with the Bengals. There's a problem to be spread around, but it starts at the top.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and it's just frustrating. But again, I mean, this is a position that they don't need right now. So him not being there is not a huge.
We're having technical sound issues here at the Millions here, trying to figure it out. So people in the bar can hear us other than just on the speaker.
Yeah, that was weird.
But let's roll into Saturday night. And did the NFL do the Bengals a favor of putting them Saturday night in prime time when they still got the two teams or two games that they have to lose? Well, the Bengals have to lose, but Miami's got to lose and Denver's got to lose on Sunday.
No.
Does that give you did they do me a favor with that with Saturday night?
Do you know how many teams have played 5 road primetime games in NFL history?
0.
1. The Cincinnati Bengals. 1 home primetime game. They screwed them out of 1. They screwed them out of the Thursday nighter. The only time they've ever flexed someone out of a Thursday night game.
But they also screwed the Steelers. I mean, they're playing 3 games in 11 days or whatever.
Understood, but I mean, they screwed the entire AFC North. If you look, the Bengals did the same thing. The Ravens did the same thing at some point. 3 in 11 days, which it's
Kansas City did the same thing too.
yeah. It's you want to preach player safety and then you do shit like this, but
well, that's not. They don't really believe that. Let's be honest.
Right. Look at the records, especially in the AFC North. Home team like hosting a primetime division game. Like the numbers are ugly. It's like 90%.
It's also AFC North football too.
And well, the thing is too, it's all AFC North football on Saturday. And there's part of me that
Weird.
there's part of me I'm kind of like, well, Hard Knocks gives them another day to edit before it comes out.
Exactly. That is the only reason. If they had picked any of the other 7 divisions, they would be they'd have the Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Browns playing at the same time on Sunday at one point, either at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
Well,
because those games should be run concurrently.
As a fan, when I was speaking to existence, when the Bengals win Saturday night, I'm gonna be locked in on Sunday. If for some strange reason they lose, I might not watch football. So
that's the thing.
To be honest,
regardless of Sunday, we're going to be locked in if this weather forecast is what they're saying it's going to be. We're going to be locked into something if we can't leave our house.
It's whether it's going to be nervous drinking, because again, the games that are important to the Bengals on Sunday are both the 4:30 games, 4:25 kickoffs.
Right.
So it's either going to be nervous drinking or drowning your tears.
Hopefully be celebrating.
It's going to be cold as shit. It's going to be a lot of snow on the ground, so no one's going anywhere. So there's going to be
you're going to start the day off.
Alcohol spilled.
We're going to start the day off celebrating because the Bearcats are going to beat Arizona on
Yes, sir.
Saturday, and we're going to go 2-0 on Saturday.
So since you brought up the Bearcats here, let's discuss this Kansas State loss. And we'll go back to the Bengals here in a minute, but I want to get your opinion, Neil. Unfortunately, the 2 true road games the Bears Bearcats have played, they lost. They did, and they couldn't shoot in either one of them. Seamus Lukosius, they played, I think, good defense. They kept the ball away from him. He couldn't make shots, and I think that's a huge key to stopping the Bearcats. You got a big game on Saturday here. What's your thoughts going into this game? You're the insider guy.
I mean, it's a very big game on Saturday. Obviously, it's your Big 12 home opener. Everybody remembers what this environment was like last year.
Yep.
First Texas. I mean, Dylan Mitchell has came out and spoke to us multiple times about what that environment was like that day. But
that sold him to come here, or one of the reasons.
But that loss at Kansas State, it's going to come back and it's going to hurt you because unfortunately, you have turned the ball over 15 times. Yeah. Kansas State had 15 points off those turnovers, and you lose by 3.
And can I look? And I agree with all that. I do. But for them to not even be in close to the bonus at all
was crazy.
with 4
The
minutes
foul
left in the game
allotment-
is terrible.
The
It's-
foul allotment was crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm
But
not
the other
saying that's
thing,
the reason we lost, but
Right.
that's just the foul discrepancy was ridiculous.
but a lot of that is on the Bearcats for not actually like force contact, like
there
force
was,
them to call a
dude,
whistle.
there
There
was
plenty
some
of-
they didn't call.
I mean,
They
there
didn't
was,
call.
but I mean,
But
you,
you
you
look-
can't.
You look at how officiating went this weekend. I mean, there was a lot of contact in the Texas Tech UCF game that went uncalled.
I mean,
UCF
compared to the way the calls got called on the
There was a
Bearcats.
no call in the
I mean,
Kansas
the ones
West
that-
Virginia game.
yeah.
Even so,
Let's
I
be
mean,
clear: Doug Sermon sucks at his job.
Oh, we have been
Yeah.
saying that for years.
Yeah, I mean, he's legitimately one of the worst in the entire.
Every
you know,
time we look at because when we sit down pregame on Media Row, we get all of our notifications and whatnot. We look and we can hit the notes and we can see who's the refs are.
Yeah.
And I swear every time we see Doug Sermons, we're like, oh, this is going to be a long night.
crap!
it's like Ron
A long
Torbert and the
night.
Bengals.
It's-
Like
it
it's
really
you know
is.
like you don't. I hate. I mean, you know me. I hate blaming refs for anything because
which
well,
I'm not blaming
right.
them. I'm just saying
Right.
the discrepancy is ridiculous, and that's got to get fixed. And we
it
had
was-
this last year too.
It was screwy. Like it's one of those. This can't like. There has to be a reason. Like, are they not taking it in? I mean, the only officiating call that really pissed me off was the block, the
goaltending on-
goaltend.
Oh, that
Exactly.
was, and they reviewed it.
Right. They reviewed it.
I'm like,
It was
he hit
crystal
the ball
clear.
before it hit the glass.
He hit it either with his
It was
palm
his
or
right
like
thumb.
the palm or
Yeah,
the thumb.
his
Like
right
it wasn't
thumb.
even down here.
Close.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like you reviewed it, you took a long time to review
Yeah.
it, and you still got it wrong. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I don't
But,
know.
It was confirmed.
It was
Okay,
confirmed.
correct. Well,
Like
it wasn't-
not even stands,
Yeah,
which
it
is when
wasn't-
they say they see nothing. They
right.
said
well, they still
confirmed.
got it wrong because it wasn't goaltending.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
my point. Like,
Right.
the call saying confirmed means that they saw video evidence that backed up it being a
Which
goaltend.
I don't know
Like,
what the hell they were looking at.
They were
It-
tripping that
it
night. They
confirmed,
were
like-
tripping.
it was clear the other way. You at least say the call
What was that-
stands.
What
Like
was
to
the
say-
horrible one last year where the guy was
Max
never
Agnes
in
traveled
bounds?
to Calhoun Street.
Yeah,
in the Texas
was that the
game.
one he jumped out of bounds, jumped back, and in the middle
that
of
was the-
jumping back in, caught the ball
Oh,
and
yeah.
threw it. He never established himself in bounds. He's still not in bounds now. A year
No,
later.
the one that I'm thinking comes to my head was when Max Agnes took 10 dribbles, slid all the way to Uncle Woody's
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Calhoun
yeah.
Street, and then hits a game winner. And it's
Right.
like,
I mean,
come on.
those are things that they've got to fix.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bearcats did not deserve to win that game.
They did not, and I think the biggest
don't get me
thing-
wrong.
The turnovers and shooting is what killed them. Like,
Turnovers,
and again, in a close game,
Well, and that's where-
you cannot turn the ball over 15 times.
I'll-
What 11? Was it 11 assists?
I came out and said it that if Cincinnati limited their turnovers to under 11, they win that game. And look what happens.
Yeah.
You turn the ball over 15 times and you lose by 3.
And
Yeah.
CMOS they've got to figure out how to get him shots, or he's got to figure out how to get
And Wes
himself
Miller
open.
even came out and said
One
that
or two.
earlier this week that they need to screen better to get him open.
I mean, they
the
can't.
sets are sloppy as hell.
Yeah.
And it is that execution or is it just like not the sharpest practice? Like how?
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how
definitely
that.
execution now.
I-
How they do it in practice, I don't know.
I know Wes can scheme. I know Wes
Yeah.
knows X's and O's, but it just, I mean, this is several years now. And again, now they have the horses. Like this isn't that.
There is
This
no
isn't like they're
excuse.
playing with lesser players. They have a Big 12 caliber roster, and they're still like
This is a game we lost, just like we lost last year.
Yeah.
we lost a lot of games like this last year, and
Yeah.
that's what's scary.
and that's what again. This is UC football, but like you want to see improvement on the one
Right.
loss games and,
Right.
and on the execution in close games, and you're like, well, one game in, and again, not going to make a big deal. One game out of 20.
It's one game, yes.
One game out of
in,
20.
One
But-
game in, and I told you guys on this show multiple times. I said it on our podcast. There's a reason Coleman Hawkins got 1.5 million in NIL money,
Yeah.
and he
True.
showed it the other night.
Yeah.
True.
20 and 10. But Doug McDaniel, we knew he was going to have a decent night. We didn't think 17 points, considering he came off the bench all year. But
Yeah.
overall, Kansas State had a whole, I think it was 11 days off before this one, coming off 3 straight losses. You knew they were going to be
Yeah.
hungry, pissed off.
Well, and it's smart coaching there. I mean, they puts in McDaniel for his first start, and he absolutely goes off.
No, but Saturday is huge. for
Breaking stuff
Cincinnati.
over there. Bam.
It is huge.
Getting
for
crazy up
Cincinnati
here in Millions.
because students are away,
Yep.
still on break. You're coming into a top 25 opponent in Arizona, first Big 12 game. Arizona's first road game in the Big 12.
Mhm.
It's going to be interesting to see what really transpires on Saturday because, like we said, Arizona's never came here. Students are away. Do we see the 13,500 that we see every game, every night in, every
I
night
think we
out?
will.
I think we
I think we
will.
will.
See
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
But it's
I mean, they showed up with the game you and me went to, Joe. It was
But that
way
many students were in though.
yeah, but still,
Yeah.
it was a nothing game, and we
Right.
they
the
were in the
crowd,
rafters.
the crowd is going to play a big factor.
Oh
in
yeah, it
this
always
one.
does.
But I am worried about Caleb Love. I really am. He's coming off a night where he went 33 points on 11 to 16 shooting. If he has any kind of start that Kansas State had the other night, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long night.
All right, I'm excited about the Bengals game tomorrow night, but I want to roll
Absolutely.
back to because we're going to the playoffs. Okay, I'm just saying. Despite what Joe says, we're going to the playoffs. But roll back to that game Saturday, guys. I thought we lost the game like 3 times. Fuck the Steelers, exactly.
Tell him, Josh.
Exactly. Josh is awake. I said hi to Josh earlier. Act like he didn't know who I was. But I thought we lost that game 3 times. And I mean,
They tried.
people get on the Bengals for the Bo Nix where he tied one of his back foot and threw to almost Hail Mary.
4th and 1.
Yeah, with the one that tied it up.
In between.
To me, it was a great play.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, it was. They were chasing. He threw it off his back foot. It was a great play. You can't.
No,
Sometimes you
wasn't
got.
a catch. He never had control.
See, people say that
Still
though,
did
like,
not have
and
control.
I'm
Ball was moving the entire time.
see, I don't
Torbert.
see that. Like it started. He caught it, and I keep on defending this, but he caught it.
You have to.
and
You have to.
He caught it. Hold on. He caught it. The ball didn't move. He hit the ground.
The
Then he
second,
slid, and then it moved.
But you have to.
the second foot never came down for one.
Right shoulder did though, and no part of his body was out of bounds when he had control of the ball. That's the point.
Complete the catch through hitting the ground. And
Well,
when he's hitting the
see,
ground,
they have different,
moving.
all right, so they have different opinions.
His head and
That
butt
is-
to go out of bounds.
That is for a first down. For a touchdown, supposedly when the rule is once you get you established that you're in bounds, it's done. Now I've seen them overturn that. I mean,
Yeah.
T. Higgins, last year had to get his heels in bounds. So I mean,
Yeah,
the rule is
that one made no sense. Like,
That
what does it
one- no,
matter?
that
Your
mattered.
like your heels aren't out of bounds, so why does it
Why
matter?
does it matter? That never made any sense.
There's nothing in the rules about a specific percentage of your foot. So
but-
long as
but-
nothing goes out of bounds,
Right.
how do you call that?
But from what I understand, the rule is once you have control of the ball and you're in bounds, it's dead. And that's to the letter of the rule. From what I know, that's that he had that, and then he lost control of it. Either way,
regardless of
regardless, it was a great,
it was a
play.
great catch.
Yeah, I mean,
Great throw.
and I think the Bengals played it. I mean, they had 2 guys there. I mean, maybe they could have gotten in front of them a little earlier.
I didn't see the underneath to see why Hilton was a little late getting there. So maybe he was covering an underneath route and was late getting there because it adjusted on the throw.
Yeah,
but I mean Stone was in decent position. It was just
I
a
mean,
throw to where.
and the thing is, like we've talked about here on the show last couple weeks, and I keep saying this, that momentum.
Yeah,
it's a thing. And
Yeah.
the defense, you say what you want. They've gotten better last week. They needed a stop in that overtime because the offense didn't score.
Yeah.
We missed a field goal, and they got the stop at pretty 3 and out
twice.
Multiple stops.
Yeah, and so the defense is stepping up against a good offensive team, a good football team.
I think a lot of that, and I said that the other day when we were at Newport. Peyton was coaching afraid.
For a tie. Yeah.
He was coaching afraid, so he wasn't pushing anything. I'm surprised he didn't just run. I'm surprised, especially the last drive there after they doinked the field goal.
Right.
They threw 2 incomplete passes, and I'm like, what? Just run it out if you're
And
wanting
you
to
can't.
tie.
To me, in those games, you can't coach scared. We saw because
Marvin Lewis.
from experience, Marvin Lewis.
We saw 16 years of that bullshit.
Yeah, Marvin Lewis always coached scared, and we would lose those games. And that to me, that's when you lose those games. You got to keep doing the same stuff that got you to that point.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, Joe Burrow, Jackpot Joey was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
T. Higgins was unbelievable. If that's the last game we see T. Higgins in a Bengals uniform at Paycor,
Yeah.
that's a game to go out on.
I just want to give a personal thanks to T. Higgins for winning me my Dynasty Football League. I now have 2 guys scheduled for a J.C. Penney photo shoot dressing up as the Step Brothers commercial. So T. Higgins,
So-
if you see this, shout out to that because that is
So what you
great.
need to do, you need to do me a favor. You need to screenshot that picture
And send it
to me so I can put it up on the screen here for the.
Oh, that's going to be
Next show, yeah.
iconic. Iconic.
So, all right. So how do you guys feel? Now we talked about it a little bit before the show started. I think the Steelers, despite what's going to happen with the Ravens game, I think they're going to try and win because one, Mike Tomlin
You
doesn't
want the
sit-
home playoff
but
game.
Mike Tomlin
Well, they're not
doesn't.
getting a home playoff game. I mean,
It's
if the
not-
Ravens win, they're on the road regardless.
It's a road game regardless. Mike Tomlin does not sit his guys. 2, if they lose, they got to go to Baltimore. If they win, they got to go to Houston. You'd want to go to Houston. I mean, I don't. I would if I were them.
If I'm them, I'm
So
willing to go. To
that's
Houston
where I'm like.
right now.
I don't think they're going to sit anybody. I think they're going to play it out.
I think if the Ravens, they're not going to sit guys, but I think they're going to play like they're going to play it kind of like a preseason game. It's going to be maybe half of the game or something. Because again, you don't want to get guys injured, especially key guys like T.J. Watt, who's had a ton of injuries throughout his career. Cam Hayward, who's had a ton of injuries throughout his career. Offense, I doubt that they would sit anybody. And plus, I'd be more afraid. I'm more afraid of Justin. I'm more afraid of Justin with the Bengals.
I was sitting here sitting the same thing.
Then Russ Wilson, even though Russ threw 400 yards.
Do the Ravens want to go into the playoffs on a 4-game losing streak?
That's true.
Steelers.
No, but
so that's another reason. I think they're going to play.
I do think this is a game where we do see Justin Fields at one point. I truly do. But like Joe said, I'm more worried if Justin Fields plays instead of Russell Wilson. Like Russell Wilson dominated in the first matchup of this year. But Russell Wilson,
we're different.
Those were that.
Justin Fields
I want to look at the
multiple
stats.
things.
How much of the there were yards after catch in the first game? Because I'm
probably a good amount.
Right. Russ made some throws. Like he had a good game. I'm not taking that away from him. But Russ didn't have a great game so much as the defense
had a good game against us.
The defense was the Red Sea, and he was Moses. I mean, it's like the tackling and the space and everything. I mean,
our defense had a horrible game, I should say. Our offense put up
400 yards passing.
We still put up
you have
30
500 yards total
against. We put 30 up on them, didn't we?
Think about
27.
Think about it. If you're going that route,
it was
Joe,
close.
Yeah, it was
close.
If you're going that route, saying teams gave up 400 yards of offense, well, Joe Burrow's been putting up 400 yards a game, damn near.
Oh, so, he's what less than 100 yards away from 5,000.
No, he's like
250 away,
which he'll probably get.
He might get that in the first half.
He's at 46, 41, so he needs
350, 359.
Less than what he threw for last year.
Yeah,
I'm concerned Chase Brown is not going to be playing.
I don't know. It sounded like earlier today.
They brought up Kendall Milton. Who mind?
Yeah.
I hear me going.
Let's change it.
Am I better?
You sound about the same. So
I don't.
But
I look better somehow.
I like that they brought Kendall Milton up because in the end you were going to need to do so regardless.
Yeah.
But from everything that they're reporting and saying, it sounds like Chase Brown's going to try everything he can to give it a go.
They said game time decision with him
T Higgins questionable. They're both playing. I don't see
T's playing. There were two guys that were game time decision, but
Chase Brown and T Higgins.
Yeah,
I thought it was someone else.
Now, Neil, you brought this up before the show started. Do we see Chuck Sizzle with Burton out?
I think so. With Burton out,
this is it. The last game.
It's the last game. Who else are you going to put back?
You got Amarius Mims who's going to play with a broken hand or wrist or whatever.
Orlando Brown
playing with a broken leg.
Yeah, playing with a broken leg.
Dude, sack up and play. This is it. That's where I'm at.
But regardless of Jermaine Burton not making this trip is going to hurt this team in multiple different ways, despite not seeing the field on the offensive side. He's been your punt returner and your kick returner the last few weeks.
Right.
So on top of it, Charlie Jones has been out battling, what was it, a groin, a hamstring, whatever it might be.
He's been out since the first Browns game.
Think about it. He might be able to play this weekend, not 100% sure, but it definitely is worrisome in the special teams game because in a game like this where you need to be good on all three phases of it, and you're not going to have your guy who's been returning back there for the last 6-7 weeks. It's definitely a interesting thing, but this could be a game where Charlie Jones could step in and do what he did at Purdue and make a huge impact in the special game.
But he hasn't played in 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, right. That's going to be the thing.
That's the thing too. Is football isn't something you can just jump back in and pick up right where you left off. So I think he's going to play. I think they're all going to play. What kind of impact he has, I have no clue. But what's your guys' confidence? I mean, I'm
confident.
The way
confident.
Burrow and Chase and Higgins and Chase Brown are playing, and Gasecki. Shout out to Joe. Says it'll be a Gasecki game.
I think that's why it's not going to matter who wide receiver 4 is. Whether it's whether Charlie Jones dresses, whether they use Isaiah
I'm more
Williams.
talking about punt returning and stuff. That's more who's going to do that.
I Isaiah Williams is probably my guess.
Yeah. Who else?
I don't know.
Meanwhile,
Travion Williams will be back there.
He hasn't done it in a while.
Just as the
now that we're talking about confidence level, I want to get to this comment right here by our good friend Pro Season. Let's get back up there to it. there should be a city ordinance that makes it illegal to wear Steelers jerseys in Cincinnati.
I second that one.
And I second that one.
And so I got a question for everybody in the bar here.
It's only legal if you lose a bet and you have to wear it to get shit on.
So the question is, do you guys think it should be a city ordinance that it is illegal to wear a Steelers jersey here in the city of Cincinnati? And none of them are listening to me, so never mind.
Yeah,
No,
that's a
that's
bad
ridiculous.
Take. She said no and walked away. That's a bad take.
Yeah,
That's a bad take.
it should be illegal to wear a Steelers uniform.
No, because everybody should have their own opinion.
Not if you're a Steelers fan, you don't get an opinion.
I wear my Tampa Bay stuff. So
What?
I wear Tampa Bay.
Well, we
stuff.
don't hate Tampa Bay. We hate Steelers. There's a difference. We hate Steelers.
Ultimately, that doesn't matter though because Mike Tomlin's going to get them in the playoffs, and then they're going to lose. So they get to be pissed off.
Go back to the.
They get to get pissed off and shitpost everybody else because they've got nothing else to do.
Look, if Pittsburgh goes into the playoffs and loses to a garbage Houston team right now, I can't really say garbage because they're in the playoffs, but an underperforming C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
You're without Stephon Diggs. You're
Mike
without
Tomlin
Tank Dell.
is Marvin Lewis.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was saying at the offseason.
on top
Well,
of it, it's
he's a cross, but he's
Steelers
got
fan-
the consistency of Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
Except he's
Can't win
9-8 instead of 7-9 every year.
And everybody
But
says
the playoff performance.
everybody's like, "Oh, he won a Super Bowl." I was like, "Yeah, he won it with Cowher's players, not
well,
his,
but I mean,
he was the consistency of Mike Vrabel, who is no longer coaching.
who everybody seems to love." You know,
I mean,
we'll
he
see.
did just interview for the Jets head coaching position today. So
Oh, somebody's gonna hire him. I have no doubt.
Augie, that was Mrs. Strawberry Ice. So
That was Jen, Augie. God. He is. He said he told you to lighten up, woman. Lighten up. God. All right, so
somebody's wide down the middle of the field. Go Texas State. See, for the longest time, because I grew up watching. I'm gonna grow up. Necessary Roughness. They were the Texas State Armadillos, and then all of a sudden, like 15 years later, the actual Texas State worked their way to FBS, and they're the Bobcats, and it's the most generic
It should be the
uniform and
Armadillos.
logo.
Speaking
They need to
of-
be the Armadillos. Ed
Totally.
Straight Arrow, goddamn Gennaro needs to be the coach, and you need to have an 85-year-old
speaking of
Scott Bakula as your quarterback.
Speaking of Texas State, shout out my boys Drew Donnelly, Justin Harris out there balling out in their bowl game. Covered them in Cincinnati. Looks like they're doing pretty well nowadays.
there you go. All right, so
They're the
let's-
kings
let's
of the
discuss
second
this
tier
here.
Texas schools.
Let's discuss this. All right, this is my worst case. Well, I don't say worst case there, but this is. I think the Bengals. I think it's all going to work out. And I think the Bengals are going to make the playoffs. So, by the way, Augie says hi, Jen. He says, hey, sorry.
Nice save, Augie.
So, I won't say the worst case there, but I can totally see this happening. Again, I think it's all worked. I think the Bengals are going to make the playoffs. But Bengals win. Jets beat the Dolphins, and Kansas City loses to Denver. And if it does that, it comes down to the first freaking game of the season against the damn New England Patriots that we should have won. And that's what's going to tick me up off.
Okay. Question for both of you guys.
But they're going to win, and they're going to make the playoffs. I'm just saying that.
Question for both of you guys, because since this was brought up here in the chat, I can't remember who, but there was someone who mentioned it. It should be, how do you guys feel about teams resting their players week 18 to secure a playoff spot with the way the world is trending with sports betting and all that kind of aspect?
I don't, because
Isn't
there's
it,
reasons
would you guys
to it.
consider it kind of similar to quote unquote fixing a game?
No, because they did
Because
before
this
that.
has nothing
They
to
had
do.
nothing-
This
right,
has nothing to
right.
do with
Before that.
gambling.
That was the comment.
Yeah,
about it,
I
but-
saw that, and I've seen that before, so I'm not dismissing.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not dismissing what I think it was Paul.
But with the way the sports
still-
betting
all right.
world,
yeah, it was Paul who said
So-
it,
so
and I'm not
I-
dismissing you, but
You need a microphone, sir, so we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I mean the odds get shit. I mean they've known for weeks that
But
Kansas City
I'll
is going to
I'll tell you this. It was Chandler. You know. So with see, I'm not one for resting guys. I mean, you rested at least let them play a half, do something. All right,
Well,
but
and
we'll
that's
just-
why I said
we'll
like,
just
what
look
the
at this way.
Steelers should do is like do it like
Just-
a preseason
okay,
game.
just look at the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
All the top seeds they had to bye, they all lost because
And if it's-
some hadn't played in a month.
if it's me right now, Kansas City at this
Playing
at the,
still-
At the rate they're going, Kansas City rest your starters and go and get beat.
Yeah,
in the
because
second round.
it's gonna
Bye.
be 3 weeks in a row that they really have.
I don't want to
They-
see Kansas City run the table no more.
So Kansas City, since they're not right, they're going to play the starters again on Sunday. Depending on when they play their divisional game, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. If it's Sunday, that'll be 25 days since Patrick Mahomes took a snap.
Right.
Since Travis Kelce ran around. I'm like, that's
a long time. And like I just said, you can't just pick up football.
Right.
You have to play it.
And I believe me. I mean, we're Cincinnati fans. Like we see. I mean, how many times have injuries killed a season towards the postseason? 2015, heading into the postseason, Andy Dalton's having a damn near MVP season
and then
at
AJ
that point.
McCarron got hurt too, right?
What's that?
Didn't AJ McCarron get hurt in that playoff game? No, that was the Jeremy Hill fumble. But
yeah,
yeah.
You know,
why do we always have to bring that up?
I know. I didn't.
I'm sorry, guys.
2000, the Conference USA tournament. Kenny Martin breaks his leg for the number one in the country team. 2012.
Do we have to keep bringing up bad shit that happened to Cincinnati?
2012 wild card series. Johnny Cueto.
Oh my God!
Right. And so I'm saying, like, I understand, like, the concern about guys. I understand the concern about guys getting injured going into the playoffs.
That's where I'm at.
Right. But
you know what else also happened in 2012? Yancey Gates punched the shit out of Kenny Freed.
And then we went on a run after that.
So we're positive. We're making positive. Right?
I was so happy. So Yancey Gates' daughter was on a YMCA soccer league with my son, and I got to say, hey, I appreciate you doing that to Kenny Freeze's face, and he just kind of just agreed without agreeing.
Thanks.
You know,
I'm not
it's kind of
supposed to agree with that.
I'm supposed to be ashamed of that moment, but yeah,
I was happy.
I'd do it again 20 times out of 10.
Yeah, knocked him out.
Yeah.
All right, so boys, back to my question. What do you in your
question?
In your I did
okay.
with the what has to happen for the Bengals? And I said I can see this happening. Everything works out, and they lose, and then Kansas City loses to Denver, and we miss by one game. How, Joe? I know you're not confident at all, but
it's not. It doesn't have to do anything to do with the Bengals at this point. Like I believe the Bengals are going to win on Sunday or Saturday.
Sorry. So which? All right, I'll put it this way. I think with Miami being without Tua, and it's gonna be like what 7 degrees there. It's supposed to be pretty cold.
I know the weather's gonna be crappy.
Miami is 1-9 in their last 10 games
so
under 30 degrees.
Right, so that's what gives you confidence in that. I mean, that's where that's what to me, guys, it's going to come down to that Kansas City Denver game, and it's going to drive me nuts if Kansas City doesn't play. But Carson Wentz has a chance to prove that he's a starter.
They're bringing up their practice squad quarterback, and he may get some reps too.
This was a game where Carson Wentz could do what Drew Lock did for us and ball out, get himself another couple of years.
Or remember with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold played good for San Francisco last year and got a. I mean, ended up being a starting.
No, he was a backup.
Job.
I mean, he got a backup.
Yeah,
job.
but I mean, it got him another job and got him an opportunity. That's what these guys are looking for.
Let me ask you this. What do you do if you're Minnesota? You drafted J.J. McCarthy. He blows his knee out. Do you trade McCarthy and you keep Darnold?
No, I keep both of them.
Well, McCarthy had to get a second procedure done on that knee, so who knows if he's even
because you have to extend Darnold now because of that.
He's only on a 1-year deal, yeah.
Right, exactly.
I'm keeping
they'll
both
probably
of them.
franchise.
They won't tag him, but they'll try and do whatever they can.
I don't think
to keep
you can. Can you tag someone who's just signed on a 1-year deal?
Sure, you can.
No, I mean guys that are coming from outside the org.
I think you can.
I don't know.
If I were though, I'm signed to at least a 3-year deal, and I'm keeping McCarthy because in 3 years after sit behind Donald, then he could be ready to go and fully healthy.
I'm just thinking, if you think Darnold, because Darnold's young, he's not an old.
He's 27.
Right, like he's not. This isn't Joe Flacco last year at age 72.
J.J. McCarthy wasn't a quote unquote bad quarterback at Michigan. He was a solid college quarterback.
I didn't think he was a first round quarterback.
No,
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah,
so glad we're on the same page.
The thing is, though, like you just said, they can't trade him because he's got 2 knee operations. Nobody's
and he's still got technically. I don't know how the rookie contract would really work with him getting injured and not playing, but he still technically has 3 years on a rookie deal. That's a first round rookie contract.
Yeah, it's nothing.
That's $28 million at least that you're taking on in a cap space.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
for a guy who hasn't proven.
Also,
himself.
it's going to be 36 in Meadowlands for the Jets.
It's gonna be cold.
Okay,
for
but
the Jets.
Skylar
36
Thompson
isn't
36
as
still cold.
I prefer it to be
Florida.
3 or 6.
Yeah,
but hopefully it's going to snow. Hopefully it's going to snow.
I am worried about Tyler Huntley there.
We get hits there.
I'm
Quick.
worried about Tyler Huntley there in that environment because obviously he has a tenure in Baltimore. He has a tenure in Cleveland. He's played well in the
You
Colts,
mean
but
Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley? You gotta get that right.
Snoop Huntley.
he ain't a Pro Bowler. He got there off injuries and all that kind of
80
stuff.
guys
got there.
opting. Yeah, 80
Hey,
guys.
he got there, but there were
noping it.
6 or 7 guys who got hurt and opted
Yeah.
out. So I mean,
I don't even think he was listed as an alternate. I think it was everyone, all of the first 5
All
alternates.
right,
Ultimates
fine.
they
We'll
call.
let you in. Whatever.
So
All right. So for you guys, what do you think it's going to come down to that Kansas City game?
I think
I
it
would
will.
agree with that.
I definitely think it will.
I mean, I don't even know if it really matters. And both games are played at the same time, so it doesn't matter which game it's going to come down to.
I mean, yeah, it does. If the Miami loses,
But my point is,
loss.
those games are played simultaneous anyway, so it doesn't really. But
Well,
They're
it
played
comes down to
simul-
wins and losses.
I
Doesn't
don't.
matter if it's
I don't
not.
have any more confidence in one over the other. I'll put it that way.
They're played simultaneously, but we do live in 2025, and there's this beautiful thing called NFL Red Zone.
I'm not going to
both-
be. I am not.
Both games up there on
For
Sunday when
my
the Bengals
heart,
win.
For my heart, I am not going to be paying attention to that game until it gets it gets into the fourth quarter. I'm going to be watching movies or something else. I don't have the
mental capacity to deal with it.
my heart. I'm more like just every single play. Like no, I can't do that. So no, I'll keep track of it, but I'm not flipping the game on unless it's close or late because I don't want to be pissed off.
Oh.
And if the Bengals don't make it, I'm going to be pissed off. But I want to be pissed off at the Bengals for screwing up, not
Joe,
at another
I
team for not
want to
letting
see a
them in.
video.
I'd rather be pissed off at another team at the Bengals.
I want to see a video of Joe absolutely pissed off on Sunday. If everything,
All you have to do is follow him on Twitter. He
if,
says
every-
all
if
kinds of
everything
weird
goes
stuff.
south, I want to see a video of what was it like Barstool's someone taking a TV and just chucking it. I want to see it be Joe just launching the TV.
I would be finding a new wife and a TV.
Shit, I didn't mean to get that deep.
Like if I were to do that, no, I would be I would be out the door with that TV thrown through the same window.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get that deep.
We are getting deep here at the Strawberry Ice Show here at Millions Cafe. By the way, and heard we are at Millions Cafe right here in the heart of
Mount Lookout?
Thank you. I keep wanting to say Fort Thomas. I don't know why. Mount Lookout Square.
That's a different state.
I know. I'm the West Sider. I don't remember. Mount Lookout Square.
But
Come
you're
on
on the
down
west
here.
side of the same state.
Hush. I'm trying to do a promo here. God, that I'm messing up right now. Mount Lookout Square, Millions Cafe, every Friday night at 7 o'clock. Come on down. We're having sports talk, having a great time. Normally, we have the house sound working, but it's not working today. We got one speaker. So we're blowing my family's ears out in front of us. But come on down. It's a great time. And you can listen to us argue and have fun and all that cool shenanigans.
Huh?
And have a couple beers and talk sports. What better things to do, right?
Right.
All the above.
And get wings.
So
Chicken tenders.
How-
Good chicken tenders.
How drunk are you guys going to get if all this works out Sunday night? Sunday night, we're just celebrating.
Well, if I can't leave my house, I got to do something.
We're,
right?
we're not
We're
going
gonna be snowed and iced in.
Well, do you actually believe that? We have 90%
Wait,
of the time they're not right.
no. Hold on. If everything goes to plan, will you bring back the victory lap, Jeff, on Sunday night?
If we win Saturday night and everything goes planned, yes, I'll bring back the victory lap.
Go.
I will do it in the snow. You hear that, Mrs. Ice? We're doing the victory lap if the Bengals everything works out. All right.
I need video content, and I want to see
That's the
him
producer
fall.
right there. All right. So
Just
yeah,
one time.
I haven't done the victory lap in like 2 years.
See, what's gonna happen is I will get absolutely lit like a Christmas tree, and then there's not gonna be enough snow. I'm gonna have to wake up at 6:30 and drive my son to school.
See, I'm off on.
Yeah.
One.
Monday, like my youngest.
That's a good thing.
My youngest doesn't have school on Monday. Like they get an extra day.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what's like. I'm counting on the snow and weather.
If
Can't he
things go
drive
well-
yet?
He's not. He's 15.
You know what that sounds like?
Just give the keys. Like, just go ahead. You drive.
No, not even
He
that.
doesn't know how to get there. He doesn't
know how to get there at school.
know.
Not
He's
even that.
terrible at direction. Not granted, it's driving
just-
across town. It's not
That's
like
just the day where you walk into your son's room like, "Hey, son, I need you to fake a cough for me. You're not going."
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
I'm curious.
we did
How-
that last year. So
He's 15 years old and he doesn't know how to. He couldn't walk to
Did you
school.
just say you did that last year where
Probably.
you walked into his room and said, "I need you to fake sick"? Is that what? You
So
said?
no. What happened? So, my wife and I went to Disney for a long weekend, and like he
No,
stayed
Augie,
home.
no naked laps. No.
No.
Nobody
This
wants-
has to be
nobody
something
wants to see that.
right? Exactly. That would be an arrest. No. So and our flight ended up getting delayed because Frontier sucks.
Sucks.
First and only time I've ever flown Frontier. We were supposed to get in at like 10:30 at night. We got in at like 3. And we're like, you guys, because our kids were both awake when we got home. We're like, you guys aren't going to school in the morning. We're calling right now and saying you guys are both sick. They go to different schools, so it's not like they're like, wow, that's convenient. They're both sick at the same time. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Me and my wife had that not sick or not a flight delay 3 years ago when the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. We went down there for our 25th anniversary. Is that it? Or 26th? Well, yeah, 25th. Anyway, we went down there.
Damn, he forgot his
And
wedding anniversary.
I
That's
did not. It'll be 28 on Sunday. So I know. So anyway, but we're coming back from Florida, and we had a
Let's give Jim
big
round of
ass
applause.
snowstorm, and we like trying to get across 75 was closed. We couldn't get it closed, but we couldn't move. So I drove all around the 471 when it was open. This is the bridge is not open now. Drove all the way back home, trying to go back up Delhi Pike. Couldn't go up because, well, if you're driving in the snow, I'm not saying you drive fast, but you can't stop.
Right. You have to
You
keep
have to
going.
keep going.
Yeah.
And people kept slowing down and hitting the brakes. I'm like, stop hitting your
Yeah.
brakes. And then we get stuck. So I finally turned around. I was trying to go up Anderson Ferry, which is another one.
Oh, that's
Where
that's
it's
worse.
even worse.
Yeah, that's even worse.
But if you didn't hit your brakes, you
Right.
could probably make it up.
Yeah.
People kept hitting their brakes. Like, all right. So our daughter's there at the house by herself. Are you guys coming home? It's like, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Our flight got in at like 10. So if I drove around with the last one, I was like, I drive all the way around to 74, go that way. We go up Bender and we finally make it up there. And I got like a little hill to go up to my road, and I couldn't make it. And I didn't stop. And so we had to park the car on the side of the road and walk to our house.
Yeah.
I took a picture of my street, sent it to my supervisor, said, dude, I'm just getting home. And I just come back from vacation.
Yeah.
I will not be there.
Yeah.
That's not happening. I'd be working like an hour.
Yeah.
No, it was. So I totally get travel plans and how shit doesn't work out sometimes. It's crazy.
We've got a barn burner for those watching the First
Barn
Responders
burner.
Bowl. 30-28 Texas
Minute
State
35.
over the North Texas Mean Green.
Shouldn't have shouted out my boys because this game was not close when I did
See, you did once you did that, it just went
It was
downhill
long,
from there.
Long touchdown run by I think their quarterback, but for
How good was the Arizona State Texas game though?
What did I try to tell you? Let's talk about that. What did I try to tell you?
I don't know.
I
Listen,
don't know. You say a lot of stuff. We don't listen to you.
Cam Scatterbo, I will debate this till the end. Cam Scatterbo is the best running back in the country.
Oh,
Is
he's
the
good.
best running back. Ashton Jeanty.
I don't know if
cool.
he's the best, but he's.
No,
I'll put him up
he's-
there with him.
No,
I still go with Genty because
I
he
still
was
go
he was
Genty.
literally their only offense.
I still
And
go.
but-
Jen.
Because they
Also-
faced a good defense,
Scatterbo.
they could.
Scatterbo was a stud.
yes.
Excuse me, sir. What'd you say?
Scatterbo was a stud. on
He-
that
he-
bowl
And
game.
what's your name, sir? Just grab a mic and start talking. People don't know who you are,
It's all right. I'll be anonymous.
Mr. Anonymous.
I've been saying it for a while how good that Arizona State team was, and I think I even said it with you and Joe Danneman. They were like, "Which
Yes,
team's
you
gonna-"
keep telling us that. Okay, congratulations. You're
Yes.
right one time, Neil. God.
I was right because
You're right
in the
less
end-
often than a broken clock. Congratulations.
No,
Unlike me, that's right all
no.
the time.
In the end, let's talk about that game. Steve Sarkisian, that was malpractice right there. Like you were up 20 points
Texas just
and you just
were
shit the
begging.
bed.
They stopped doing anything.
Quit-
Texas was begging to shit the bed.
Quinn Ewers is going to literally crap down his leg versus Ohio State. He's
Yeah.
going to go straight down his
Just
leg.
bench him and play Arch and just play.
Right.
Honestly,
Are
play
you
for the
surprised
future.
that they
But
haven't yet?
It's because that NIL money's fat. What they're paying
But
Quinn Ewers.
Archer, I think they're paying him a lot too.
Yeah.
There's rumors that a school, it's anonymous about what school, but has offered Quinn Ewers up north of $6 million to enter the portal and not go to the NFL.
But why? I would.
He is a mid
Dude,
quarterback.
well, I've said that. I said if I were him, I would.
but my thing is, why would you offer?
Why would you
He's
offer him
not
that?
If you're him, who gives the crap? Because I don't.
You're
think,
surrounded.
I
by
don't think he's the
talent
first
at
round pick, though.
Texas. He probably
He's not
would-
even a first or a second round pick. If we're
I mean,
being honest,
they're offering you that. Take it.
Right, my point is, why you're pissing away $6 million to bring that guy in? He's not.
That's not on Brock. That's on them.
No, I know. But my point is, if you're that program, why?
You see what that Texas wide receiver who entered the portal, and once that rumor came out, he literally commented and goes, "Y'all wasting your money. I don't know what you're doing." Like, I mean, I don't know, crazy. But first round of college football playoffs over. You're down to 4 teams. I think everyone kind of knew that Ohio State-Oregon game was going to be good, but didn't think Ohio State would come out to a 34
hold on.
lead.
Was it a good game? Because it looked like a
No,
fucking blowout to me. It wasn't a good game at all. Ohio
After
State
they-
kicked their ass.
After Ohio State after Oregon spotted Ohio State 34 points, they won 21-6,
Didn't
8,
we-
whatever.
Yeah, that was a
Didn't we
close
also
game.
say that Dylan Gabriel was going to crap down his leg
Oh,
because that's what he does in big games?
Yeah,
I think we
absolutely, yeah.
said that.
I mean, Ohio State came out balls to the wall,
Yeah.
and just there.
Hey,
well,
I'll-
one,
I
talent-wise, they're a
expected
better
a
team.
10-point game. I
I'll
thought
stand
Ohio
it.
State
I
would
thought it
win
was-
31-21, something like
I
that.
think we all thought that should have been the championship game.
I'll stamp
But
it
by
right
the way,
now.
Oregon played no.
I'll stamp it right now. If he was draft eligible today, Jeremiah Smith is going first overall.
The wide receiver?
Yes.
Oh,
if he
God,
was,
He's a
if
freshman.
he was
I
draft
wouldn't say
eligible,
first overall, but
Oh.
he'd be the first skill position.
He'd be
no,
the first,
if he was
he'd be
draft
first round pick
eligible,
for sure.
draft eligible
But-
in this draft with New England.
Well,
shit,
maybe-
Travis Hunter,
maybe
nope,
because
I'm
this
taking
is-
Jeremiah Smith.
This is a very
But
underwhelming
the thing
draft.
is, he's a freshman.
Right.
Freshman. He can't leave for 2 more years.
Also, they're bringing in Chris Henry Jr.
Yes.
Like the amount of wide receivers that go. And again, I hate Ohio State. Like I don't hate. I
I
don't
don't
care
hate
about
them.
Ohio State.
Chris Henry Jr.
But-
will be playing there next year as a true freshman.
So,
Yeah.
with that being said, now that they've won, did their coach save his job, or does
Yes.
they got to win the whole thing?
I think it's fantastic because I still don't think Ohio State's going to win it all, and they're stuck with Ryan Day, and their fans hate him.
Who? All right. So,
It's a
question.
win-win in my
Wait,
book.
hold on. Just curiosity. Out of the way Ohio State looked, 10 times better, in my opinion, than any other team in
Oh,
the college
they were the most.
who do you think is
Yeah.
going to beat them? If they come out and play like
If
that,
there's a team
who's
that's going
gonna
to
beat
beat
'em?
them, it's going to be Notre Dame because of how good that defense is. It's going to come
I
down.
think
to
that's my pick right now. Is Notre
Oh,
Dame, Ohio State?
Yeah,
in-
that's
in
where
the
I'm
championship.
sitting at.
To me,
I
from
think
what
so.
I've
I
seen-
don't like how the bracket because Penn State James. I don't trust James Franklin.
Look, their tight end is phenomenal
Yeah.
at Penn State. I love that.
They do
dude.
have that
but they
good
got
defensive end. Josh,
Somebody yelled
demanding the
something.
microphone.
microphone. Oh, yeah,
Josh
microphone.
demanding it.
Who's complimenting?
Josh is back.
Who's complimenting whose tight end?
You got to turn the mic on, Josh.
Ron, you got something to say?
Which tight end?
Penn
The
State.
Penn State.
Okay, so tight ends don't win championships.
I didn't say they did.
Yeah.
I just said he was really good.
Well, Jeremiah Smith will win the championship for us.
Jeremiah
For
Smith
Ohio
would
State?
go.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Ohio State. I'm not.
Jeremiah
I
Smith,
know. I love it. I love you. I love you guys. That's great. Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith would go
I hope he
number
comes
one
to
right
the
now if he was
Bengals for
draft
Christ's
eligible.
sake.
That would be great. But we're going to draft a defensive and offensive lineman probably.
Well, we need defense.
yes, we
Trust
need
me on
defense
that.
bad.
Yeah.
Despite how good they're playing now, we still need a
Well,
defensive line.
Well, you're right. I think
They're not
our
playing good, they're
I
playing
think our defensive backs need to just grow up a little bit. That's all they need to do.
But like, if you get a couple of them back, Dax Hill, DJ Turner, they're actually pretty good. They got hurt.
Hey,
I still say you can
I-
add one, but they're better than
You
people think-
always
think
add.
I agree.
You,
I
you,
think-
you keep adding to that room.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I-
like
By the way, I
receivers.
think that when Turner got hurt, that really sucked because he was
He was coming on.
starting to come across. He was doing a really good job. He was like, but then he got hurt. That really hurt us.
Yeah, the same thing. Dax Hill, stats wise, was our best cover corner until he got hurt.
Well, Dax hasn't played in 2 years, so I don't know what's going on with that guy, but
That's also going to weigh into it. Whatever happens after his rookie deal too. Not now being
there's no way that they even
season
think
enders.
about picking up the 5th-year option.
Dax Hill.
Because that's a decision this offseason whether to pick up his 5th-year option, and you can't. Like there's no way. You
Really, I didn't
consider
realize that was this year
I mean,
already.
This
you're
is
right.
this
I
is
mean,
after his third
how do we
season.
pay T? How do we play the other people? I don't know.
But you
We-
got to pay Trey.
Yeah,
you have
oh,
to keep Trey.
yeah.
And well, I got a question for you. The way Joseph Osai's been playing, do you bring him back? Because he's starting to come around.
Not as a replacement, but just
No,
as a rotational guy.
Yeah,
And
rotational.
and you know what? I think the guys in the front lineup came around. I mean, I think Hill's doing well. I think Jenkins is they're coming around.
What about McKinley Jackson? I think he's actually done pretty good for a
Jackson
sixth-round
has
pick.
played. Jackson has outplayed Jenkins.
Yeah, they're doing well.
So
But
we
they're- yeah.
got pieces. We have pieces. We still need to add though. Producer, oh no, Josh was talking.
All right, say okay. What is the over under on gallons of mayonnaise poured at the Duke's Mayo Bowl?
That's tonight, right?
No,
That's
that was.
tonight. Yeah, it
That's
should be
the
on
next
right
game.
now.
That's next game.
Oh, that's a great.
Well, usually
question,
it's a freaking
The over under on gallons of mayo.
Isn't it a
Five. I
four?
thought it was like a 5
Yeah,
gallon
it's
jug,
it's
like a
5-gallon jug
Gatorade
or whatever.
tub.
I'm going. I'm
So
going
let
to
me
say
ask you
Knocker
guys a
Village
question.
To the top. I'm going to say
If-
3.5.
All right.
Uh-oh, his mic went out. Hello. We killed him. We killed Josh.
Technical difficulties here, guys.
Josh, come here. Oh, you got it? You got it?
Yeah,
Is it on?
it's 5 gallons of mayonnaise. I'm looking it up. Like,
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. Go ahead.
Okay. I just
Hold the mic down lower. Don't turn the switch off.
Or we could join that FaceTime with William back there.
right.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Let's FaceTime William instead.
He said, Josh, be nice. Go ahead. Josh doesn't know how to use the microphone.
You might have to just come up
There.
this way for a
Let's
second.
switch about here. But I mean, I think it's a freaking cooler of beer or not beer,
It's 5
of
gallons.
it's
Yeah,
five-
yeah,
I was
it's
just
like a
asking about
Gatorade
the
jug.
mayo, bro.
Is what?
All right, so next Friday, if we were to come up here,
We'll
and
be here.
we've got a 55-gallon drum of mayo, what could we do with it?
I would dump it on your head.
Lately, I
What?
want nothing to
No.
do with it.
We gotta do like, could we consume 55-gallon drum of mayo?
Are you?
a
Are
55
you?
gallon drum? You might die.
I
55
mean,
gallons? That's a lot.
I mean, we need a lot of people. We
55-gallon
need a
drums
lot
are
of
like-
oldies.
This-
and
this is-
some
this is
types
a 55-gallon
of,
barrel.
yeah, hell no, I'm not getting that
dips
pumped on me.
and, sandwiches.
You might
Like,
drown.
You have literally just
I-
described Will Levis's wet
I don't
dream.
know. Well, hey, we can make. You know,
Why are you having a hard time with that mic? Do you keep hitting the button? Jeez.
I'm trying to eat the mic.
I can tell. That's why you're talking like this.
We're talking about mayonnaise, bro.
Talk about mayonnaise.
All right.
We talk about mayonnaise.
We talking mayo.
talk about mayo.
All right,
We're
well,
not
hold
talking
on. I got
games.
one other
We're not
thing to
games.
say.
We're not talking mustard.
No,
We're not talking ketchup. We're talking
mayo.
We're talking mayo.
Real life shit.
Also, Duke's mayonnaise is gross. Hellman's, yeah. Hammond's Zuberallis. It is pretty gross, but I mean,
Testing
it's good.
2, 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
All right, Bearcats tomorrow, Arizona.
Bearcats by
Bryce
100.
James commits to Arizona. I don't care. He can ride the bench. I don't give a fuck. But UC Arizona. UC's got to come out.
You're
strong
the one
tomorrow,
hanging out
man.
with him. He's been
All right, Bryce.
See, the funny thing is when he got here, he was sober. He
There-
didn't know who
there's
we were. Then he starts getting drunk. All right, give me the mic and I'll talk. Go ahead.
We have the display of Duke's sauces there on TV right now for
We want the 55-gallon drum of it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Arizona sucks. Bryce James sucks.
All right, Josh. So what's your prediction for tomorrow, Josh?
Yeah. What do you got, Josh?
Why? I'm sorry.
All right, come on, Josh. Come on up here. Come on, stumble up here. Let's go.
Hey,
Yeah. Come on.
what we doing?
All right. What's the prediction for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Bearcats got to show up. I mean, they show up like they did last game. It's terrible.
Yes, that was
Like
awful.
no one gave a shit. I would say tomorrow, back at home, gonna get rowdy. It's at 2:00. I'll be down at Mio's at 11, getting rowdy. I'm gonna at least
Shout out Rich and Kelly from
What
Mio's.
time are you taking your first drink tomorrow?
I mean,
Don't trip on the floor or the chair.
no. Tomorrow it's like what I do tonight. No, I will have my my first drink probably after midnight. I do like a 1 hour each increment, and I have a cocktail until
Okay.
the game.
So your first drink won't be till midnight tomorrow night.
No, I'm going to keep drinking until the game.
Midnight tonight. So
Midnight.
midnight.
Oh, so you just stay
So
up.
So
and
every
drink.
hour I
12
wake
o'clock
up,
is-
I have a
gotcha.
beverage.
I think at midnight, like, after all the games are over, I'm like, well,
I have like
that sucks.
I mix it up. I have like a pina colada at like 1 a.m., then a daiquiri at 2, and then
Daiquiri
a
sounds
margarita
good.
at 3.
And then what time are you
And
going
then
live
I'm
on
like,
Facebook?
all right, let's go. Then I'm in the Bloody Mary Central time. So I'm in doing Bloody Marys, and the next
So-
thing you know, I'm having some cocktails,
Did you get a mimosa? Mimosa's perfect brunch.
mimosas. You know, I mean,
So what?
I'm like, let's
what,
go.
what time do you go
But-
live on Facebook then? So
No,
they can
no.
follow you.
No, so then Bud Chug a bottle of bleach. Okay.
I have
Could
no
Could
idea
you
what he
re-
said.
Could you repeat that, Josh?
Yeah.
I have no
Did I
clue what
hear
that
you?
was.
No, but seriously, Bearcats tomorrow.
Bearcats
We
by
got to
90.
show up. We got to pressure on the ball.
Yep.
We got to let the coach just get some more shots on the
They
perimeter.
got to get him open.
And I think the problem is any guy that's taller than him, he gets scared.
Yeah.
I mean, like the guy last week was pressuring him, and he didn't want to do anything.
How many shots did he attempt last week? Do you know?
Lucocious went 2 for 7.
2
versus
for
Kansas
7.
State.
You need more than 7 shots.
Yeah.
And he only had 1 shot attempt in the second half.
Yep. And so he needs to be more
We
aggressive.
know Josh has more shots than 7.
Well,
Yes.
well, you guys want to hear cocktail? I will send you guys my recipes for my cocktails. They'll be up there.
Recipes by Josh.
Yep.
It's a thing.
It's
See?
very simple. It's just booze and some other type of.
Any other
mixer.
kind of alcohol?
Yep, just
Yeah.
alcohol or beer and something
Yeah.
else.
Sign
and
me up.
whatever.
See, this is the fun we have at Millions. You get hard hitting insight from Josh.
You get recipes.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
And we have me Googling how much mayonnaise is in Duke's mayonnaise tub.
Actually, it's I think it's $1,000 for a 55-gallon drum.
Yeah.
We saw that on a restaurant earlier. So if you guys want a 55-gallon drum, it's I think $1,000. But
You looked it up?
yeah,
Hard
we
pass.
did.
Hard pass.
Yeah,
I'm
we
good.
did.
I don't need
Yeah,
a
we did.
55
Well,
gallon
I
jar of
mean,
mayonnaise.
I think
I would
it's
do
per
55
gallon, 18 cents per gallon. You got 55 gallons, 128 ounces per gallon. That's,
So what would you do with it?
I'm gonna lather myself up and just grease and run. Can't stop me now.
Are you the greased up deaf
Can't
guy from
stop me
Family Guy?
now. I'll tell you, can't stop it. I can run through anything with
what do you run-
mayonnaise
what
on
do you
myself.
run
We
with?
have taken a hard.
I'm going. Yeah.
This is the Josh
go.
hour
Hard
of the show.
swerve.
You never know where it's going to go. So
Let's roll.
if you're greasing yourself up with mayonnaise, what did you do before to
Let's
make
just
yourself want
change
to
the
do that?
topic now.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Moving
that,
on.
To make you want to run from the cop?
I would say some meth, maybe some meth.
So how much would it take to get you slathered up in Miracle Whip? I hate
Uh,
that shit. That's just
Miracle
disgusting.
Whip.
Alright,
All right,
let's
I do
change
like
this.
Miracle Whip, but Miracle Whip is only for BLTs.
We gotta cut. We gotta cut.
BLTs.
Hey guys, it's 7:58. It's time to get going. Josh, grab the mic from him.
All right, so Bearcats they win by I'm gonna say by
74-68 Cavs.
8.
8.
8. I got
There you
8.
go. Let's give it for Josh. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate you, man.
I will never look at mayonnaise again in the same light.
Do you
Oh,
think
my
the
goodness.
Bengals game? How close do you think the Bengals game is going to be tomorrow night?
How close do
How
I think it's going to be?
Yeah, score wise.
Score wise, for me, I always think it's going to be close. I could see it be a 3-point or 7-point game, to be honest. It's going to be
Wow.
close.
We have
I
the
got-
cat
we-
having no
we-
idea what the hell's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Tony,
We're-
I have no.
We're
I-
talking about
I don't know,
mayonnaise
man.
and get. I don't know.
I
Get a dunk
I think
tank
the
for
weather's
Will
gonna play
with
a
Lil
factor.
Lavish for that
What, honey?
mayonnaise.
So I think the weather could play a factor. It's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold. True.
It starts snowing or raining.
24-21.
They're both
24,
used
21.
to it, but
Bengals by 100. Joe, what do you got?
No.
What's your score prediction?
There's no way either team is under 24 points.
I don't think that's going to. It's going to be score
It's-
30.
and I don't think it's even going to be that. It'll probably be cold, but I don't think it's going to be windy. I don't think there's going to be any effects.
I don't
outside
think they
of
have the
cold.
snow that we're going to have.
Well, and also you're talking a
That's
day
what
early.
sucks.
It's not gonna. It's the weather's not
Right.
coming tomorrow.
Right.
Sunday,
I'm gonna say 37. We need a scoregami. 37-32 scoregami. I don't know why. We'll say 37-32 Bengals.
37-32.
Throw some random shit score. I like it.
24-21.
24-21.
It's not gonna be that low scoring.
I think it's gonna be. I'll say 30-27. Bengals. I'll go with that. But it's always Bengals by 100. 2-4. 2-4. What?
He will.
You're gonna be a safety and wait all an all
A safety and a
game?
safety.
Safety.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, Neil. Tell everybody where they can fly before we get the heck out of here.
Yeah, so you guys can find me on Twitter, MeyerNeil6. You can find me on Twitter at MeyerNeil6. I co-host the Bearcat Blitz show with our co-host Russ Heltman. You can find me on the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast with Alex Meacham, JT Smith, and then the front office news, aka CincinnatiRivals.com.
Joe, any final words you want to leave for Cincinnati here before we get out of here till I'm back on Monday?
Josh needs his own show.
Josh definitely needs something. His own show. That'd be scary.
12-step program, perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah. No. Hey, I will be having some news here soon.
Yeah, it's
about
big news.
new projects that I am
Right here on
creating.
the Strawberry Ice channel.
But nothing finalized. So hang tight.
Coming soon. All right. Thanks for joining, guys. Again, we've been live down here at Millions Cafe. Come on down here before every Friday night. We're live every Friday. I know the graphic says 6:30, but we should move to 7 o'clock. So come on down here every Friday night. Have some fun. Let's talk some sports, drink some beer, and we all can have a conversation with Josh. I just want to give a shout out to the sponsors of my show. Let me get you guys out of here first, and you guys can go talk amongst yourselves. There we go. All right. So shout out to Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Check them out. Give them a call at 513-430-6114 for all your lawn and landscaping needs. And if you need some snow removal. I'm good. You can hear me? All right. Snow removal. Oh, you turned it down. Sorry.
Snow removal.
Yeah. Snow removal. Give Priority Lawn and Landscaping a call. Also, check out Midwest Best Barbecue and Creamery. We're out there in Wards Corner Avenue exit. We'll get you some CTB wings, some Uno wings. Tell Tim Nicole I sent you. Also, check out Meyer Windows and Doors at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. And my Westside peeps, check out Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. Right there in the heart of Chivy, the big-ass TV screen, beer specials, food trucks. It's an awesome, awesome show. And we will be live back at Moreland Lager House this Tuesday. Sounds like it's going to keep happening, but this is definitely for sure the last one, or for the football season, not for the football season, because we're going to win. But the last one that I have scheduled, but there'll be some more, sounds like. We're going to have a great burger special there. Biggest burgers, fries, and a beer for $15. So make sure you guys join us at Moreline.
What's an ass burger?
Lager House.
If it's a big ass burger, what's an ass burger?
Big ass
right.
burger.
We're ending this.
I thought that was on the spectrum.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're not on screen right now. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Bengals by 100. And that's your sports, baby. See ya!
Weekend nights, the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's pure delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse that's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeat strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Don't be late, TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.